Hi everyone, this is Matt along with the Goose, and today we're going to continue on the S series with Squidzilla, who is a very good leader for physical teams, but as a unit has some issues that we need to talk about. Stay tuned. Alright, so let's talk about Squidzilla today. Here we have my Squidzilla, who is decently leveled at level 80 S3. Still need to rank up. I don't have a very good physical team right now, so that's why I've left Squidzilla at S3. Its perk is a very useful perk, especially for leader of physical. Raises physical potency by 10%. So as a leader, it is very top notch for this. So anything that's physical, if you're bringing out a physical team, this is the number one physical team leader that I think right now. Unless if you have a more specific team mold where you can potentially get better use out of a 20% physical bonus, but as a leader, it is very top tier right now. That with that physical potency of 10%. Let's go with the abilities. Its first skill is actually a great skill called Multi Fists. Deals has 27 MP consumption. It's a short range, but it has AoE and deals 55% physical damage to random enemies in AoE 4 times. So it is pretty powerful. And the more you level it up, obviously, the better it gets. It is a very useful skill. In all honesty, I like it better than Slashing Edge. And it still gets used often depending on the weakness of Burst Slash as well. Its second skill, as I said, is Slashing Edge. Deals 195 physical damage to one enemy. You only use this if you absolutely need an enemy dead in the AoE. Otherwise, multi-fist usually works better. You can miss on the multi-fist though, so if you do, then your damage will be higher with Slashing Edge. These are both non-elemental, so they will do the same damage basically on anybody, which is important as well. And the last skill here is Burst Slash, most powerful skill. Deals 270% bang type physical damage to one enemy. As long as they're neutral to bang or weak to bang, this is the skill that you want to use. Has the MP consumption isn't that bad, and has a very high overall damage combined. Very good unit, or very good skill, I should say, for the unit itself. If you get, so let's go to the base. The sporadic attack up here is a prep for 2 turns. It gives you, randomly will give you attack up. So it is random, but once it gets starting, it will happen enough where he gets it 75-80% of the time. But mine unfortunately doesn't have it, so that's another reason why I don't use Squidzilla as often as I would like. And on the next page, I will tell you the main reason why that I'm not a huge fan of Squidzilla as a unit. It needs to really be a leader for it to be used. So at second one, you get the frizz resistance plus 25. Fourth one, you get your Sizz resistance up 25. And if you get a third and fifth, you get Burst Slash plus 5%. So Squidzilla has a lot of HP at 913. Its agility, though, is at 272, which tends to be just slow enough for it really not to be useful. And with its movement of 2, with no chance of 3, it generally lags very much behind. You can try and speed it up with a dagger claw that gives you agility. It is kind of needed for this unit. It's frustrating, especially since most of my team was in the above 310, 315 for agility. It was a little too slow, and usually was the last unit to either find an enemy, or if I needed it as a tank, it was just always falling too far behind. Its MP is 271, which is low, but if you look at its skills, the highest being 40, that's enough to last it at least 6-7 turns. That's easily enough for it. So it's enough MP for this unit. Its wisdom is incredibly low, though. If its wisdom was a little bit higher, I would say would be a great unit for multi-heal. But because its wisdom is a 216, it doesn't fit there, and it is very frustrating as well. So you can't use it. This is a nature family with the attack buff. But it would have been really nice if mid-heal was an option for Squidzilla. It would have made the unit much more useful overall. Its attack is pretty high at 388. Its defense is 337. And its weight, because it's an S-class, is 50 for arena when that comes. But the big issue is the agility not being high enough to really interact fast. And actually, it doesn't get the agility until much later, too. And so these are really back-ended stats for the agility, so it is a bit frustrating for it to be used on before pre-level. The equipment for it, I have, unfortunately, the best equipment for it is foliage foil. Is HP plus 36 and attack plus 11. It's a nature physical potency of plus 4%. This is a Ghost Road 6 clear reward, and to look as physical power, HP, and attack. So this is kind of the weapon that's best suited for it to really get it up in power for its attacks. But the main issue I have is that really, I think for this unit to be really good, we need to focus on its speed or its agility, and so there's no really good claws that fit with nature family for it. So with the foliage foil, it would be very powerful attacking, but it still wouldn't fix the agility and the movement issue that it has. Alright, so its preferred learned skills. These are all going to be skills that are physical damage, and basically what we're looking for is to get it to another element to try to boost its attack. These are all the 180% skills. Tempest Slash, which is zap physical damage. Dark Spike, which is Sam. And Smoldering Slash, which is Sizz, all with the 180% with 17 MP consumption. Fairly simple. Unfortunately, as I said, this would be a unit I would love to have multi-heal on, but its wisdom is just really bad. So this is level 80 here, S3, not S5, which gives it more bonus as well. And also, I don't have any dupes in here, but you can see that wisdom just trails an awful lot. You need it to get to S5 to even get the point where it would do much. So this is Squidzilla, as I say. It is a fantastic leader with the physical potency by 10%. As a unit, though, I do have some issues with it. It's a good physical tank. It has high defense with high HP, and it can dish out damage, but it is slow. It has no ability to draw units towards it either, unlike some other units that will be coming out soon. So it has its use as a leader. I rate it as one of the best leaders right now in the game, especially if you're running a physical team. But as a unit itself, that's not using its leadership skill, I am not a fan of it, unfortunately. You might be able to place it right. is okay, but in auto it generally just doesn't do very much. So for bosses, it definitely might have its use, especially if you're planning and having drawing units to you, playing it slower. But otherwise, I just wish that there was something that we could do to make it faster, and the movement at 2 really hurts it as well. So, that's all I've got on Squidzilla today. We all hope that you're having a good day. I hope that I didn't kill some of the interest in Squidzilla. As I say, it's a wonderful leadership unit, but I'm just not a fan of it as a regular unit itself. I think there's much better physical units out there. But travelers, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, but stay safe. Most importantly, have fun. I'll see you around.